ladies and gentlemen, to the Outdoor Sports Club channel. We're going to try to make a sort of a makeshift and cheap camp stove out of some cans, some food cans. And the way I want to make this, or the idea that I had for making this, was one of those little lightweight portable wood gas stoves. And if this works, it's not going to be as good as, there's like a $20 one that looks like it would be all right on Amazon. I think it's Canway that makes it. But anyway, this will be sort of like that. It won't be as compact, I don't think, as one of those, and it probably won't work as well. And I don't even know that it's going to work. But what gave me the idea is I get these Blue Diamond almonds sometimes, and it's technically a metal can. I think it might be a little bit too light because we're actually going to have a fire in here if it works. And I don't know that it's going to work very well. So, but anyway, that's the idea, is to get two of these. They stack pretty well. They've got like a lip on the inside, and they stack. So the idea would be to have them like this, and the wood burns inside here. And there's holes around the top of this, and there's holes in the bottom of this. So the theory is that wood gas comes out here, and it would actually go up the inside of this, outside this, and come back in the holes on the top of this one and burn. I don't really want the glue like burning. The other thing is, I don't really know the makeup of this can. Maybe toxic if it burns. I don't really know. So I don't know that I'm actually even going to cook off of this. What my goal here is, it's not to necessarily make a camp stove. It's more about seeing if it would work, so that, you know, if you're out in a pinch and you're about to starve to death or something. Me personally, I'd rather just start a fire. But you know, in some ways it might be easier to use something like this to cook with, cook little meals for yourself with if you're out in the boondocks, instead of a full-blown fire. Now, this is really thin metal. Yeah, sure. So, I'm not sure, like I said before, better be careful or I'll have to go buy more almonds. I'm not really sure that it's going to work long term, because the heat of the fire, it should get fairly hot. Okay, now, obviously these edges are going to be kind of sharp, and as will those, but the idea is that goes on there, sticks and stuff go down in there. Maybe, just maybe. Start to roll up in there a little bit. Now these holes, I don't want them to be too large, because I don't want stuff falling through it necessarily, like ashes and stuff. Ooh, that's slippery. That's slippery. Let's do this differently. You won't be able to see it as well, but start with that. I'm not sure how many holes to make or how big to make them, honestly. Maybe that's as big as I want them. So, yeah, that's big. As you see, the relation holes is so some variation. Now, should we make this into lids, or I can have drills inside? I can make that. Yes. So, yep. So we're getting there. Now the next thing on these cans, the only other thing really that I know of, is I've got to drill some holes around here, which might be a little tricky. I'm not really for sure. And might bend this guy up even more. But, maybe like so. And I should have drilled these before I cut the bottom out, now that I think about it, because otherwise it doesn't have as much stability. So I'm kind of being gentle, and I'm squeezing on the sides a little bit. To keep around for a while, I'd probably source some better metal than this, and then I would measure things out a little bit more exact. All right, so that's that part done. We'll peel this off just because we don't need it. And in the meantime, we'll after I get it open, we'll see what 5-year out-of-date raviolis look like. They probably look like raviolis. That would be my guess. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think this is a little bit ate up on the edges for me to use, but I'm going to keep it around. So I don't really know. Those they're a little watery, like it's separated. It's been a while since I've eaten raviolis. I'm not a big fan of raviolis, honestly. They smell the same. Okay. Yeah, they look kind of like raviolis, but that can's pretty clean. Normally it doesn't get that clean, so I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe they were gone. We need to basically drill holes in the bottom of here for air to come in. You know what I just thought of? I could turn it like so and just drill holes in the top. Now I don't I don't have the means of cutting this size hole, but if I could drill some holes in the top and drill holes down here for the air, then I could just set this thing like so. It'd just be yeah, that way I don't have to mess with getting ashes out of here with everything in place. That may be the way to go. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that. That way I don't have to mess with this lid. Alright. Alright, first things first, and I think I'll want bigger holes, but we'll start small here. right. Now it may need more holes than that, and it probably would. Also, I don't have a deburr tool, which is unfortunate because it'd be nice to deburr that. Okay, I don't love using a Dremel for stuff like this because they spin way too fast, but and they tend to jump around a little bit, and it's hard to make a curved cut. But we're gonna see what we can do. Okay. There's that. Let's do some switching here. That drum's coming apart, so that's not the best use of a sanding drum. But oh well. Not bad. Okay, sure. Oh, now it's bent. It'll never be right. Hey, it fixed it. There's not a lot of gap between there, but okay. So I need to bring this guy up. Maybe 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So, and I've thought about just using nails through here, which I think I might try to do for now, just to test it out. That means it won't be rigid in there, but yeah, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Okay, right. If I put it right below that bottom bit, let's use a few big screws just for fun. We'll put like 6 in there. Now we need a hole to start the screws. And this might be a way to help center it if I start screws, or if I use screws instead of nails, maybe. Ooh, slippery, slippery. Here. So as it comes in, if I press down on it, the screw will pass underneath that can, which is kind of nice because that should press it up against the top bit. There we go. And that's fairly centered, I think. Okay, so that's not too bad if the holes are right. I don't know. Let's go light a fire in it. Okay, let's see if we can get a fire lit here. Amidst all this wet stuff. Hey, I like you, dog, but I don't like it when you lick my face. I believe we've been able to prove the concept. But we need to modify the design a little bit. But there's definitely something to this because it's acting like there's gases in there, so I don't know anything about wood gas, but yeah, this seems to work. So if anything, I've proven the concept, and the $20 Canway is probably not that bad of an investment if you want something like that. Hey, I think that might sustain now if I were to add twigs. And you can see there's little fingers of flame coming from underneath. Yeah, so there's actually stuff burning from those holes. That's amazing. I don't know how it works. I mean, I guess in theory I know how it works. So the way it is, like I said, I think more holes would be helpful. But honestly, the way it is, I think it's just a trick of not overfeeding it, babying it up until it's ready to go, and then just keep feeding it. So the other thing that you would have to do is you would have to get some kind of a can stand up on top, which you could make out of another almond can. So that's probably what I'll do, is get another almond can to stack upside down on top of that, cut a bunch of big holes in that, and then that's what I would put whatever I'm heating up on. So this would keep going if I would feed it, but I'm going to let it go out. Well, I think that's about it. We've proved the concept, and I may actually improve it and then use it sometime just for fun. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh, yes. Thanks for watching.